Qtum. So Qtum's arguably a legacy crypto at this point. It's been around for nearly 8 years. And it did incredibly in the 2017 cycle. 2021, not so well. And I think that downtrend's probably likely to continue. I'll explain my reasoning behind this, along with sort of some of the statistics which help sort of show my position on this. Now, before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. These were cryptos I thought could do very well and make a lot of money. You can see what they were all worth when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs these cryptos hit around about 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd popped $100 into these coins. 100 into each in that time would have made you a little over 123 grand. Now, we're in a bull cycle. Bitcoin's trying to go to new highs. If you are going to be trying to go to new highs, altcoin season is going to start. If you don't own any cryptos or you're not happy with the ones you own, have a look at copymycrypto.com. Now, that's the site I run where I share every single coin I own with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. So this means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit and they don't have any work to do at all. Now, if you go onto my site, you'll actually be able to see some of the profits my members have made. You can also see some of my past successes. These are public record. These are all on the history of this channel. So if you watch some of the old videos, you can verify it all. But read through the site, watch the videos, and if you like what you see and you want to hear more, whether it's the daily market updates that I give my members, or whether you just want to know about the winners of this bull cycle, like I predicted with Phantom in 2020 when literally no one was talking about it, all you've got to do to find out about that is join up on the site, guys. Now, Qtum. So as you can see, smashed it in the 2017 cycle. It went to a high of $106. Since then, obviously, it pulled back dramatically. In the 2021 cycle, it went to a peak of around about $30. So a significant drop off, about 70% drop off from its all-time high. I expect this sort of downtrend to continue. Now, one thing I've said is that, like, when you see a coin that doesn't break its previous high, there is quite a dramatic range. Like, assuming the crypto is still performing, it's still developing, the team is still building, there's still an active project. If it doesn't break its previous high, usually you see anywhere from a 30 to 80% drop off. And Qtum fits that boundary. Now, the thing is as well is usage has to be there. So I'll go through some of the usage stats as well. Now, Qtum's a decentralized blockchain network. It supports smart contracts using Ethereum virtual machine. The blockchain itself is based on Bitcoin's UTXO model, but it uses proof of stake for consensus. It's a hybrid of the best parts of Ethereum and Bitcoin. It has the ability to merge future updates from both these projects and place them on top of the team's unique developments. So Qtum is decentralized, and there's no delegated proof of stake or other forms of masternodes. Anyone can participate in the transaction process. There's no need to hold coins or vote for a centralized validator. Block targets are an average of 32 seconds and up to 8,000 kilobytes of data and can be stored in each block. It's bundled with SegWit as well, so it's possible to achieve around about 1,100 transactions per second. Because Qtum is based on Bitcoin, if necessary, layer 2 network can push this throughput to millions or billions of transactions per second with Lightning. Now, that's a big statement, and the reality is that's a incredibly theoretical throughput. We have not seen anywhere close to that anywhere. We've got, I think the highest theoretical throughput in crypto right now, I believe, is Aptos at around 217,000 transactions per second. Again, theoretical, it's not been achieved. Now, Qtum did an ICO in 2016. 2017, and they raised around $15 million. Qtum was backed by Roger Ver, which is Bitcoin.com. founder. You've got one of the co-founders of Augur and EIR in Blockchain Capital. You also had Jeremy Gardner as well. So you had a ton of different people and big names getting into it. And to be fair, it was doing well. And again, part of the reason that this did well is, it's good branding in terms of taking the best parts of Ethereum, the best parts of Bitcoin. Also, it had a good use case in terms of movement, in terms of moving things around, funds around, because again, in 2017 in particular, we had an immense amount of congestion for both Ethereum and Bitcoin, which is why we saw a bunch of different cryptos that had really good speeds doing quite well, because there were a lot of buying, converting into those coins to move funds around. Neo, Nano, Dash, to name a few. Now, the numbers on Qtum aren't great. So you can see there's quite decent amount of volume in terms of Qtum per day. And, bear in mind Qtum's worth about $2. So, the money that's being moved, the dollar value that's being moved, some days, you're talking about $15 million. Sometimes you're talking about $44 million. But in terms of actual transactions, it's very, very minimal. I mean, you're looking at a couple hundred a day. So usage isn't really here. This is big people moving, right? I mean, accumulatively, maybe, you're still going to have a whale pretty much in every day that's moving something, because, even if it's an average of 1,000 Qtum per person, right? That still would only put us, even on this day, so that put us on 472,000 Qtum. On that same day, the volume was 22 million. So there's always whales knocking about here. Now that might be a good sign. Whales are using it. But transaction-wise, it is pretty weak. In terms of ecosystem as well, it's pretty weak. Yes, there's about 300 cryptos or so that are on Qtum. And good amount of token holders for some of these. But all in all, usage just isn't really here. And part of that is down to just there is enormous competition right now. I mean, the competition in the crypto space is staggering. Again, 2017, we had, 20,000 cryptos. Now we've got a few million, and we probably have 20,000 that are being produced on a daily basis. Most of them are obviously BS, but all in all, the competition is so much more prevalent. Now, volume-wise, it's doing fine, and each day it's pretty good volume. So I don't think it's running any risks of delistings on like a Binance. Obviously, if it was to be delist on Binance, it would struggle. But we're at a point now where it's such a significant downtrend from 2017 to 2021. That's almost certain to continue, especially now we have your layer ones like Solana knocking about. You've got Avalanche, you've got Sui, you've got Aptos, BNB, still Ethereum. There's tons and tons and tons. So Qtum, it's hard for Qtum to really differentiate itself from the pack. And that's going to be an issue with a lot of the kind of legacy cryptos. A lot of the cryptos that are older, the technology is either old or it's in a category where the competition is just enormous. And I struggle to see how Qtum is going to do too much this year. I mean, the best it's kind of done is about $6, maybe $5. I think there's a world that this maybe can tickle $20, but I think that's kind of the highest we're going to see it at. Because the reality is again, competition is so huge. There's so much damn competition here. And I think at the moment as well, compared to the last couple of bull cycles, attention spans are getting less and less and less in crypto. Shinier new things are getting more and more attractive. And I suppose one thing as well, back in 2017, there were less shinier new things because there was less cryptos. Now, it's 20,000 shiny new things every day. So I think it's really difficult for a lot of legacy cryptos at this point to really keep sticking in an upward trajectory. So my perspective, I think best case scenario is kind of $20. It might not even get there. Really what needs to be seen is a surge in usage. And we're not seeing that yet. Now, that can always come. That just takes some good marketing, some good advertising, some good incentives for the crypto community. If that can be done, you might get a huge surge in usage. And if the surge in usage occurs, that can lead to a snowball effect. But right now, I think we're too far away from anything to predict huge success here. $20 is kind of, for me, the best case scenario right now. But I am curious to hear how people feel about this. There's obviously some long-term Qtum holders out there. There's some long-term crypto holders in general. And there's some people that are new to the markets. How do people feel in general in terms of the legacy cryptos versus the shinier new things? Is it, or versus old technology versus new technology, old consensus mechanisms versus new consensus mechanisms? Let me know your general thoughts, feelings in the comments. And guys, we are in a bull cycle right now. And if you're not happy with the performance of your cryptos, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. This means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit and they don't have any work to do at all. Like I say, if you go onto my site, you'll be able to see the profits my members have made. You'll be able to see some of my past successes. These are public record. These are on the history of this channel. If you are interested in finding out the coins I think are going to be the winners of this bull cycle, or you just want to hear the daily market updates I give, all you've got to do to find out about any of that is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there, guys. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.